Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and this is the Difficulty Brutal add-on, a behavior pack made to make Minecraft more brutal, and so let's load it up on a brand new world with a random seed and see just how brutal it can be. I like this idea of a add-on that is not here to make my game easier for some reason, but instead exists to kind of, I guess, punish me and to make Minecraft an actual challenge in more ways than it otherwise would be. This is my health monitor, which will show me all of the ways that Minecraft just got more challenging, so, or more brutal, I guess we could say. In the top left, we've got, I believe it's a thirst meter, which I have my reservations about. Then we have a heat meter on the top right. We should start taking damage if we get too hot or too cold. Then we've got our head, our arms, our body, and our legs, and different damage will actually affect different parts of the body, and they'll need to be healed in different ways. I don't know how that works yet, but I do know that I can put this health monitor into my offhand, and we can view it at all times. Although, just to make sure that I don't get in the way of those health bars, I'll slide over here just a tiny bit, and there we go. Let's play some Minecraft and start with my favorite feature, as I've mentioned many times, a bunch of leaf litter. I have a theory that I'm gonna need a lot of food. I've heard that it spoils, which is the craziest thing, and so I think just getting a head start on that would be good. But you can see that immediately, even though I'm draining my hunger like usual, I'm draining my water far faster, which means I'm gonna need water quick. So I could read through this add-on guide, and that is something that is important to do, to learn about how thirst works. And so how do I manage my thirst? Well, I manage it by drinking water, which I can do with water bottles, or a new water flask. So water bottles, I don't know how the flask is created. Oh, also, we can drink beetroot soup, or watermelon. So weirdly enough, actually, I might be able to solve my hunger and my water issues at the same time. If not, we'll punch a sheep and we'll deal with our hunger separately, because I want to see some food go bad. That sounds like a funny joke more than anything else. But yeah, this should be a brutal way to play Minecraft. Can we survive, let alone can we thrive? Well, we'll be finding that out today, won't we? So, yeah, with that said, how's it going? Greetings, everyone. Good to see you, Justin and Rebecca and Deuce Virtues and Joshua Marks and Chilius Bean. I think killing pigs, it seems like it'd be a good idea right now, but I think actually getting food is just such a secondary concern. I'm lucky that nothing is killing me and that I am doing pretty well temperature-wise. I hear if you go to any hot or cold biomes, you immediately start to regret it. But I think I immediately have to be dealing with water, and given there's no watermelons or villagers, because villagers would mean beetroot soup, I presume, then I think that means our best bet is to make water bottles. Or I guess we could actually take a peek at the recipe for the drinking flask. That's an enhanced bandage, so we'll have to go into a cave later to get a glowberry for that. Let's look at what the drinking flask is crafted. Oh, we can get insulated armor. Oh, that's that's fun. How do we get fabric? Fabric is made from free wool. So if we get fabric, we can basically free wool allows us to make our clothing warm, which is cute. An empty water flask is 2 rabbit hide, 1 leather, and a string. So getting my hands on that will be hard. The same with a medicinal kit, and a lot of this stuff is going to be fairly tricky, I suspect. And so realistically, I think insulated armor, and eventually the water flask or a medicinal kit, or let's just say bandages to keep things simple. I can get myself some bandages later, but for now I need to drink, and so that means I'm going to need a water bottle, because I see no food that will help me. And so free sand, all I need to do is smelt it up before my first hits 0. Very, very scary. I wonder what the full drop would be, says Lego Show TV. Such an interesting discussion to be had around the full drop. Because this is our first time where technically they could just be redoing the entire system again. Which is fun to think about, in my opinion. So, yeah, with that said, now I think I have to find stone ASAP. I'm seeing lots of other mobs, but I can't seriously consider killing them because I will waste my very precious thirst. And so we just need to find some stone literally anywhere. Also, I need to remember that killing sheep is extra valuable because I can use them to insulate myself. So do you see stone over there? I don't. I could dig down for it, in theory. I mean, it's not even like a crazy theory. It's what most people would do. But I still am going to be somewhat skeptical of that. How are you feeling today, Toycat, says Bird for Life? Thank you for asking. I do encourage, technically speaking, the parasocial bond that I encourage people to be cautious of implores you to actually say, you know what, You are you're not a human. You are an entertainment sack, Toy Cat. And I do not care about your personal feelings. I care about how much you can entertain me. That's the very valid way to view a YouTuber. But if you are curious, also, what happens if I eat the mutton? Do I get any first from that? No, I don't. It's not mutton. I would argue the sheep was made of water, but Minecraft would argue that's dumb. What if I sit in water? Like, you know how sometimes you can sit in water and you get a bit less thirsty? Oh, that's bad. Okay, so we've got 3 hearts left. 3 first meters left. I think that means that I should just start digging down soon. I know you can always do it, chat, but it feels like being more resourceful is fun. Like, finding where Minecraft will give you something is almost more fun than finding something sometimes. Like, a hillside like this is always just begging for a bit of stone. Also, everyone asks where is Toy Cat and not how is Toy Cat, says Justin Delisle. Thank you for saying it. So there is some stone. See how it feels better? Because the game basically asked me nicely. Now we're going to make a stick and a pickaxe, and then we're going to use that pickaxe to craft ourselves a stone pickaxe. I know this is risky to do, but I'm sure the game is balanced so that I can deal with my first before I die while dealing with my first. I would hope it works that way, but I'll be honest, I don't know. Also, I have to worry about nighttime. That's something I haven't properly considered. Taking damage is going to be brutal in a way that I'm not used to in the slightest. But that's the fun of it, isn't it? Love checking out stuff like this for that reason. So let's smelt up our sand first. That has to be the primary thing. Then once we've got some water, we can start cooking up our food. And then we'll be good to go. I'll also make myself an axe. And maybe a sword as well. If getting hurt is really that bad, then I should probably avoid it, right? So, axe and a sword. And maybe a shovel just to be quirky, you know? Let's do it. Quirky sword for a quirky cat. So now we put that there and this over there, and we'll chop down a few trees because that is my first sorted. Now we can do. Oh wait! Did you see that? Spoils in 16 minutes. Do you think that timer goes up when we cook it? I would certainly hope that cooked food spoils slower. In the real world, we kind of treat it the opposite. Oh, cooked pork chop, no spoilage date. That's good to see. Yeah, in the real world, we kind of treat it like hot food is disastrous, right? Like, if you let hot food go cold, it's bad. But if you let cold food stay cold, that's entirely fine. You know, it seems like... Also, it spoils in 40 minutes. I don't understand why this one spoils in 40 minutes and this one doesn't. Are they picking random times? Like, in the real world, pork is quite a dangerous thing, even when cooked. There's a reason a few religions have their concerns about it. But as a result, we can't stack our food. Oh, what a weird detail. So let's just quickly head over to the sea. Ouch. Oh, no. Okay, nothing got hurt. I'm fine. Let's go over to the sea. And just like in the real world, you should always just drink out of rivers. It's safe. There's nothing dangerous in there. And if we do so... Oh, look at that. This is great. And now this means I can actually store 3 water bottles on me. And that means I should be good for thirst for a while. Okay, next up, let's worry about survivability. Obviously, I need to get my hands on the ability to skip nights. But I also need to start getting my hands on, like, you know, like bandages and stuff so that when I do get hurt, I can heal it quickly. So there is a debate about which of those things takes priority. And I'm not quite sure what to do about it. So let's read through the guide to see what, if any of this can help me. So there is the feature, climate hazards. Temperature, okay, so watch out for extreme biomes. Oh, so I can't just ignore temperature by staying in the forest because eventually I'll go to the nether. So I want to have insulated armor, right? Because I don't want to have heat stroke. Or maybe insulation won't keep you... Okay, how to stay cool. Keep in mind your thirst will deplete faster in hot environments, and it will raise you, giving you heat stroke. How do you cool off? Swim in water, stand in snow, drink water. Okay, and stay warm by doing the opposite. Easy peasy, got that sorted. So I really, but yeah, thank you for asking how I'm doing. I'm doing pretty well. I'm still, again, I'm like actively annoyed at this point by, I would say I'm actively annoyed by like not being 100% in like time. I feel like ears are such a guy thing to go wrong. Like I think every adult in my life has said like, oh yeah, at one point I just you know, couldn't hear for a bit and turned out there was earwax in there. Like, do men just produce too much earwax? Is this like a known bug or something? Anyway, so it's like annoying. I have this like deep desire to just itch in there, and it's like, no, that will probably make things worse. I should not do that. But you know, the worst part of the human experience is really knowing you shouldn't do a thing, and just wanting desperately to do it anyway. Because as a contrarian, you know, that triple affects me more than anything else. I need to shed some pounds. The heat makes me want to. I don't know, and I can't think of a clever way to connect Tef and Minecraft. Okay, so I think getting in a boat is going to be smart. I don't see any lava. I could make myself a bed, but that's not... if I get myself some rows, that will prevent the worst part about dying. But let's see... Oh, worst part about that. But let's go ahead and see what happens in combat if I don't take damage. Because I think killing mobs is good... But I bet this... Oh, an iron ingot! Wow! I need that RNG when I'm playing super flat. Why'd I get it right here normally? Yeah, the earwax glitch is annoying. Hopefully it gets patched out in the 2026 update. I mean, you say that, presumably in semi-jest. But we aren't that far away from being able to. You know, also I could make a shield with that one piece of iron. Which is pretty smart if you think about the spookiness of the day. Oh, I can't use a shield because I'm... Okay, well, I'll put the shield in my hotbar. And it sort of works as a right-hand slot. I would... Oh, yeah, okay, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. So, thankfully, every part of me is fine. And I'm just going to sail off into the sunset. And I want to see from the distance here. The reason I'm letting nighttime come, even though I can make a bed... It's specifically because I want to see any lava sources, and lava is much easier to see at night. Also, you would be an uncomfortable bed, says Mr. Hayes56. Thank you very much. I hope that's a reminder not to sleep in me. But yeah, so I've got my water quotient handled quite well here. I might actually need to keep a water bottle in the hotbar, just so I can keep drinking water. In fact, let's overhydrate, chat. Let's see if overhydration's a problem. But yeah, so far, my day one's been pretty chill. I haven't encountered... Like, I didn't go into the taiga specifically because I was trying to... Oh, and there's a village! I didn't go into the taiga because I was trying to avoid getting cool. And I didn't die at first because I made it my first objective. Get it? My first objective? Ah, very fun of me. But yeah, things went surprisingly well, I would say. And it's going to go even better because I don't have to waste my own wool on the bed, meaning I can save my wool for insulated armor, or... I don't know what else I'll use it on, to be honest. But I can save it. Bandages, I guess, need that stuff as well. Love to see it. So, there's an RL Craft Bedrock port coming on July 15th in the form of a dynamic world. It's been approved by the original RL Craft Dev 2. Oh, I thought RL Craft already existed. And I was like, how is it? Why are they acting like it's new? See, this is the funny thing. I guess there's probably... Genuinely, thank you, Bundles Fogs. I've seen so many people be excited by it, and I'm like, I know RL Craft already exists. You can't gaslight me into pretending it's new. But it makes sense that you can gaslight me into pretending it's new if it is coming to Bedrock for the first time. That's very exciting, actually. Something useful to know about. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. I'm going to die if that skeleton gets me. So I'm going to crouch. Oh. What? I'm very happy with this development. Okay, so the skeleton is definitely hitting the golem on purpose. Perfect. Chill. Got myself some iron that I can make a bucket from. Got myself a village that I can sleep in. And all in all, pretty great day, I would say. It's by Honeyfrost 2. They have a great track record. I knew it was by a marketplace team already existed. So I'm going to use this bundle to store some of my garbage. I think if I put my pork chop in the bundle, it won't spoil so quickly. That is my hope. Oh, also I can yeah, no, that didn't work. But you can put them together that way. Also, oh, the apples are going to spoil in 40 minutes. So it is kind of fun. We have to really keep on top of food because it is all going to spoil and cause us huge issues when it does. Rotten flesh, though, does not spoil. Oh, okay. Speaking of spoiling. So this guy needs to die. I could make some beetroot stew too if I'm here anyway. Go, 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 go. I think if I can find some beetroots, that would be a very smart idea. Because beetroot stew presumably won't go bad so quickly. Yeah, look at this, chat. Eating rotten flesh like a genius. Again, I would argue that there is moisture inside of rotten flesh, but apparently the add-on disagrees with me. So we got 2 diamonds. Oh my god, 2 diamonds and 4 obsidian in here. Plus an iron helmet. Plus a bunch of apples that I'll store in here. The apples do not stack in this, so that is that's a sign they won't come together incorrectly. And poisonous potatoes spoil in a really, really long time. So if you need a long-lasting food, now we've got it. I am going to make that bucket that I just said I wanted to make. Those are sticks. And I'm going to use it to make some more obsidian, potentially. Or even just bring the lava with me. Because that means I now have 5 obsidian. If I find a ruin portal with 5, then I'll be good to go, right? So I'm ready to go to the nether almost now, chat. Love to see it. So I'm going to kill this sheep along the way. I'll see if maybe if I get pre-cooked food, if it goes bad as quickly. So these are cooked muttons that have no expiry date. Isn't that lovely to see? No, okay, there's a small grace period before food starts to expire. Living the high life, the good food should turn to rotten flesh when it expires. You should have tried this in hardcore, says Greenleaf Gamer JPB. Yeah, I think you're right about that. I think you're 100% right about that. I actually can change it to hardcore. If you want to know how, by the way, here's how you switch a game to hardcore if you're already in it. You go to the world, you go to edit, you go to export, and then you export as hardcore. Then once you've exported as hardcore, you just pick a title. You can only do this on, I think, PC and maybe Android phones and really unlikely iOS. Then you open up that same world, and what do you know? It's the same world, but hardcore. Apparently, no, it's not. I've never tested it. I just assumed that Minecraft would work the way that it said it would. And honestly, that does seem like it's my mistake, doesn't it? So let's go back into that world that is now not hardcore. I definitely hit export as hardcore. Right, chat? You did all see that too? But, yeah, just because I hit the thing doesn't mean that the thing works that way. It is useful to know. And so here's my iron helmet. Let's go find a ruined portal if we can. I wonder if this add-on will be possible in any of the ultra-hardcore worlds you made. Yeah, you could totally play this in ultra-flat survival. Oh, imagine how much more brutal it would be. Like, actually, you know, just for fun here. Difficulty brutal, features. So if we look at first, right? Immediately first is a nightmare because you need... watermelons are a no-go. Water bottles, you need to get a cauldron so quickly. Suspicious stew, maybe. Potions, I guess you can get theoretically from a witch. Yeah, it would be such a nightmare, but it is theoretically doable. Which makes it sound like a great idea, am I right? You probably clicked the wrong world. There were 2 that were named the same. But neither of them were hardcore. You could just to settle that one. This world, not hardcore. This world, also not hardcore. Therefore, no hardcore. Scorched with the non-existent water supply, says Scoopsky Cat. Hey, we have an appreciator of art over here. Yeah, Scorched I feel like would be really, really challenging because of, again, the non-existent water. But in theory, you could just find... In theory, it's not that hard because you could use beetroot, which are everywhere. Also, my boyfriend's having a terrible time with the cancellation of Hytale, says Ad and Sony. I think, like, Hytale is the classic example. I do say this a lot, and I don't want to be smug about it or anything. But, like, it's so easy to be hyped about things that don't exist. But you need to always remind yourself... that, especially in the video game space, like, things aren't real until they're real. And as silly as that sounds. By the way, what a killer seed this is. Oh my god, 4 diamonds. And I got myself some... Yeah, this is great, chat. Everything is great. I am feeling wonderful. I'm definitely going to have a lot of spoiled food soon. But I'm also going to have a lot of food that hasn't spoiled. And that makes me feel pretty decent. So now I'm going to steal a bed. A sad white bed that I can turn into a very not sad red bed. Red bed redemption, if you will. And then we're going to maybe, just maybe, head out towards... I don't know how to pick a direction that will have a ruined portal, most likely. I could also kill the golem while I'm here, because I'm sure... Hey, a ruined portal! I do know how to pick the direction, as it turns out. But, export to hardcore is there, so you can press the export to hardcore button for funsies. I mean, apparently, you understand it, Adam Sony. No, yeah, Bedrock is crazy. I think Vibrant Visuals proves this a little bit, right? Because it's... I don't think it's, like, perfectly a viable end product. It wouldn't release if it was Java this way. But, like, there's been examples of this forever, where things just do not release functioning correctly. The screenshot button, by the way, does now work. You can press F2. Wait, let me do it right here. You can press F2, and it will, in fact, take a screenshot. That is crazy progress. Minecraft have, in fact, added one of the buttons in the game no longer doesn't work. So I don't want to ever, like, give them flack and pretend that there's never progress being made. But yeah, also diamond can't spoil. White bed, I'm not sleeping over hotel beds. It is weird that hotel beds are always white. That's a weird quirk of tradition, right? Because hotel rooms are never usually perfectly white, even though that's the cleanest. Well, so this is awful. I'm going to make myself an iron pickaxe. I think I already have a bucket. Yeah, so I can afford an iron pickaxe if... Oh my god. Do golden carrots go bad? I bet they don't. There's no way they do, right? They're literally insulated by gold. So that's useful at least. And now let's just dump a few things in here that I probably won't need. Because these foods are spoiling so soon, I can't deal with them. So let's just dump a few things. Light grey wool, I'm never going to use that. I'll even put this back in there. And then I need to make myself an iron pickaxe. How do I make an iron pickaxe of 2 iron nuggets, chat? There is a way, because there's a gold block right here I need to get. Obviously, that's important. I could go back to the village, I guess. Or I could hope that this cave... it's a water cave. Okay, let's go back to the village. It's to prove that they are clean. Yeah, but then why isn't everything else white? You know, there's I know there's a few cases of, like, famously the opposite. Like, public transport seats are never white. They use those patterns that can be horrifically clean and not feel unclean. Honestly, it's the weirdest thing, like, infrastructure that is dealt with by the public, making... A lot of people don't like the public, so it's like it's a real struggle to... Also, where is the golem? Did I kill the golem and forget about him? No, I didn't. I couldn't forget about you, friend. So let's go over here. And... Yeah, again, so far, chat, gotta say, I'm doing pretty well for what is meant to be brutal difficulty. I've gotten my arm hurt a little bit, but it's nothing I can't handle. Do you think it's maybe because I've been swinging so much of it that it's, like, been used up that way? Also, is this Survival Island seed? No, it's a random seed. I do not know anything about it. It just so happens to be pretty decent here. Mojang never improves. Nuh-uh, we made the button we added a year ago work now. Exactly, yeah. They did. Also, only expensive hotels have white bedding. Yeah, Rebecca White, you're right. I've stayed in, like, a couple of motels. I mean, I don't think it's expensive hotels. I think it's, like, a new trend, maybe. Because I have stayed in a couple of motels that have, like, blue bedding. But that makes me uncomfortable in, like, a weird way. There's, like, a standard hotel setup that when you deviate from, it's like, this could be a good sign, it could be a bad sign. I have to assume without any further knowledge that it's a bad sign. Side note, rotten beef. Chat, have you ever wanted to eat rotten beef? This is... Oh, look at me! Whoa, I'm burning right now, apparently. What? Okay, that's strange. This is rotten beef, and if you eat it... Oh, no. That was not a good idea. Oh, Nausea looks so cool with vibrant visuals. I didn't realize that they updated that. Cute little change. So my golden carrots aren't going to spoil, which really is going to be very handy. So let's fill up our glass bottle. Drink it. Get some more out. And then finally we can make that crafting table. So I can make my iron pickaxe. So that I can finally... Oh, I could just go for diamond. Chat. I should have just gone for diamond. That entire time. Yeah, the diamond pickaxe is clearly the go-to. And now I've just got spare iron, I guess, if I need it. Because a diamond pickaxe is going to do such a good job at destroying this anyway. Chat, how did no one say make a diamond pickaxe? Why do you travel so much? Says Greenleaf Gamer JPB. Oh, I really like travel. That's the actual answer, right? I think for most of history, for most of human history, travel has been prohibitively expensive and prohibitively time-consuming. Back in the in the early 1800s, or even like the 1700s, right? When people were going back and forth to the colonies, what some of chat might nowadays call their country, America. But when people were going across to another continent, it was like, oh yeah, you get on a boat for a month, and then you get off that boat and you are there. And I think that's something that really is hard to appreciate sometimes. But it's something we should appreciate. That it is a recent thing that you can go so far. And admittedly, to go to another continent is still really wildly expensive. But to go to the next city over, what used to be a day's journey by motor coach or horse-drawn wagon or whatever, it's now oh yeah, you can just jump on the bus or the train, or get on a plane and you can go to the neighboring country if you live in Europe. Okay, so this is free blocks tool, which means I can in fact destroy this. I used to manage a bed and breakfast. We didn't have white bedding. See, tell me, Polly, was that an expensive bed and breakfast or a cheap bed and breakfast? We need to see if we've got our theory lined out here. Indeed. But yeah, one of the most useful things about traveling, one of the reasons that it's been historically so useful, is because the things that work really well, you know how school is fascinating, because if you were to be raised entirely by your family, there's a lot of things you just wouldn't see that you probably like better the way that other people do than your family do. To pick an easy example, you know how there's kids that will teach you swear words and you're like, oh yeah, these are cool. My parents don't want me using these words, but I want to use them myself. That's a bad example maybe. But also you'll meet people at school that you'll enjoy hanging around with more than you enjoy hanging around with your family members, statistically speaking. And yeah, I think that it's crazy to see people from different families in your own little town or village. But then when you go to the next town, it's like, oh yeah, things are no. Spilt my water. It's okay. Things are done just a little bit differently here. And then you go to the next region over, and it's they sound different here. They say different words here. And then you go to another culture over, and it's oh yeah, what they consider food has changed here. And actually it tastes incredible. Or okay, so we're in the Nether now. This is a place that will burn me just for existing. You can see that meter is slowly getting hotter. And it's a really dangerous Nether spawn, which is something I shouldn't take lightly. In fact, I should probably just make another Nether portal. I know this sounds insane, but I think the Soul Sand Valley is going to set me up for literally no success. And so I'm going to try and grab a happy ghast if I can find, or a dried ghast if I can find one. But I'm otherwise going to fully accept that I should just get out of here. I'm starting to feel warm, chat. I'm going to try and drink, cool myself down. Okay, ooh, that's great. Okay, I've cooled myself down the tiniest bit, but it's still not great in here. I need to find a happy ghast before I get murdered. Okay, yeah, this is not the place for me to be. Oh yeah, this is the opposite of a place that I am gonna thrive in. Okay, but yeah, I think traveling is a great way to see more of the world and appreciate better your place within it. Oh no, or even where you'd like your place to be within it. Okay, so ouch. Okay, so that's definitely really bad for me, chat. I have one more water bottle. Okay, I've gone away from all the things. I can drink this water, and now I just need to get back there ASAP. Is there a way to stay chilly out here? I don't see a good one. I'm going to eat the cooked mutton when I can. As soon as I can. And I'm going to get out of here. Oh, look at that. I've got the heat warning. I've got a heat warning, chat. And, okay, it's even better than I thought. Hey! Oh, no. That didn't work as well as I hoped. So I have to eat now. Okay, it's getting too hot too quickly. Okay, just go for it. Just go. Shoot me. Shoot me. Please. Oh, look. Is that a new face, chat? Okay, so we shot one ghast. Let's shoot a second. I want to get this tears disc. Oh, no. Okay. That's okay. Okay, we are overheating, chat. We're overheating. I can't do this for much longer. I cannot do this for much longer. One big blast and it's over for me. Okay, let's get out. Let's just get out of here. Okay, chat. So, that was not a good run in the nether for me. Let's just put this as bluntly as we can. I am not doing okay. My head is broken. my arms are broken. And my legs could be better. So you know what we're going to do? Just like any other situation where you feel bad, we're going to put on some sad music. This is my favorite disc called Tears. Look how sad I am, chat. I'm literally crying right now. Okay, more seriously, let's grab our water bottles. And let's fish them up. And then let's just drink some water. Even though it doesn't seem like it's the most useful thing right now. Still gonna be worth doing, right? And then let's take our steak, which has in fact gone less bad from cooking. So I need to immediately deal with this, I need to deal with my life. So how do I fix my limb damage? If you take damage, your limbs can be damaged individually, and it triggers various effects. So if my legs are damaged, I'll get slowness. Thankfully, they're not. If my right arm's damaged, I'll get mining fatigue. My left arm, items in your offhand will be automatically dropped when equipped. Body will add 100% tick damage. I'm gonna get ticks on me. And my head will eventually get darkness and then blindness and tick damage. I kind of want to see what that looks like, but to avoid it, instead I'll make some fabric. Yes, I will. And then I'll make the fabric into a medical bandage. The bandage is... Oh, I need string. Where do you get string from, chat? There is a source of string near here. Let's go find it. Vibrant Visuals W. Yeah, I've had Vibrant Visuals on for the last week now. I've got to say, I haven't had many moments where I've wanted to turn it off. Admittedly, it's not been an average week of playtime for me. But still, that is impressive. Spiders, says Sanel. You know, as much as I would love to find spiders, I don't think that there are many spiders in the day, and I don't think I want to let it become nighttime. So yeah, the best way to find string... I know you don't like this one, chat, but it's true. You find either an abandoned village or an abandoned mine shaft. They're covered in cobwebs, or... I'm sorry. I know, but there we go. That's enough for a bandage right there. The cat died so I could live. Was very selfless of him. And now... we take this, and we can make ourselves that bandage. And so we can use the bandage on a body part as we like, which heals 50% of it, which means we'll put our head back to full. And maybe our right arm as well. I would say, yeah, our right arm's doing pretty poorly. So we'll heal that up, and then we'll keep these two bandages in tow. In theory, later we could use it to make a medical kit, right? But that looks like a bunch of stress, so let's... let's not think about that one too much. Let's instead craft some more fabric, because it looks pretty essential. And now I could choose to insulate my armor, but I have to insulate it... Oh, no, not when I build it. So I can insulate my helmet now, for example. Although I don't think insulated helmets help with the nether. But yeah, going to the nether is going to be a struggle, chat, because I can only be in there for brief periods at a time. But still, should be at least doable. If I make a bunch... I'm going to make another nether portal way back towards the world origin, where I hope that things are safer. So the easiest way to find out where is a good idea to place would be to... I'm not going to go back in the nether, actually. It feels too dangerous. But I could go back in there and look and see. But because it's a Soul Sand Valley, I think if I just get far, far away from here, I think I'd have better odds. So let's get enough obsidian to build a portal out of. It will take an annoying minute or so of mining obsidian, but it should be worth it. So that's 2 obsidian. Let's go get some more from this portal right here. What's the add-on? I just got here. This is Minecraft Difficulty Brutal. It's a brand new one as of today. And it exists to make your Minecraft life harder, which I am beyond fascinated by. That and pandas dropping bamboos are the best. Hey, I didn't get the notification. Yeah, I think that Minecraft will only give you 3 notifications a day. So I realize I need to start streaming before I do my community posts, or it might, like, flip around the notifications on those. Or, like, I guess I uploaded it at the same time that I put this live, so. Also, Def add-on, life, real life. I mean, I wouldn't say that this is a realistic add-on. I mean, I guess anything that adds extra difficulty to Minecraft could be construed as realism. But you could make a realism add-on that makes Minecraft easier. Because in real life, you know what would happen if I found myself in a biome like this? I would call the police, and I would say, help me, could you please locate me? Could you send someone to look for me? And they'd send someone with a magic cube into a cave somewhere. Or realistically, they'd tell me to stop wasting police time. But I don't know. You could in the real world, I could search on the internet what to do in these situations. I've never had a notification for a community post. Oh, okay then. You didn't get the notification because you don't love me enough then, internet. Neveric. Very, very sad. Okay, so we've got 12 obsidian now. I actually thought it was less than 12, but so I'm very happy to see that. And yeah, my plan is just to stay sleeping, chat. I think that's a valid strategy. Just sleep every night. Don't let mobs get me. And we'll deal with the Nether as it comes, because it is going to be a very unique struggle, I think. Cars are quite realistic. You know what? Cars... Yeah, cars are a realism thing. That's a good point. A realism add-on for Minecraft could be the one that adds all those cars and planes. The Tesla and all that noise. Yeah, I like that we're getting more variety in add-ons. Every week there is another team releasing the same, you know, like, here is a maximum security add-on that literally no one above the age of 8 is going to consider looking at. But we, you know, like, I like that there are also more serious variations like this one. Does a water flask, you know, like, RL Craft sounds great. Also, I got the notification, says Polly, which means you do care about me enough. Thank you very much for caring about me. However, this is against parasocial internet guidance. Again, as far as you are all concerned, internet, I am a meat sack off the internet that exists to provide you with entertainment or philosophical guidance, but specifically that should not be cared about. Capitalism seems a bit realistic. I mean, if we're actually being honest, right? Minecraft is a 100% capitalistic society. That is to say, you get nothing unless you trade for it. It's borderline anarcho-capitalistic. There's no government of any describable sense. There's iron golems that look after villages because it's like their purpose to do so. Arguably, the villagers paid for that. But from your perspective, you're not a citizen of the villages. And so, as far as you are concerned as the end player, Minecraft is full capitalism. And so the real world would have... Because no country actually operates pure capitalism. You know, most countries are mixed economies. The government does about 40-50% of tasks. You know, it's funny, we have all these debates about, like, should we have, you know, more free markets or more governments? You know, like, a lot of people think that, like, you know, communism is, like, some real far stretch from where we are. But it's actually, you know, like, we're, like, halfway between, you know, unrestricted capitalism and that. You know, as a society, we literally picked the middle route that we could. And so, realistically, if Minecraft were reflective of the real world, you'd spawn into the world, and you'd be given a bunch of emeralds, you know, those emeralds in the real world are provided to you in the form of, like, you know, basic services and education and stuff. But in Minecraft, because there's no educational facilities, the redistribution would work directly. So you'd spawn and you'd get given, like, 1,000 emeralds. And then if you started earning emeralds above about 5,000 or so, you'd pay a small tax back so that you could pay for other players. Which kind of is how multiplayer servers work, isn't it? So there's a pillager outpost, chat. I'm going to go to the Pillager Outpost because I don't know what's good for me. Actually, you know, do I know what's good for me? I think I don't, chat. I think if I had a... Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to temporarily put away my health monitor, or put it here. I'll just check on it every now and then, chat. Because I do need to be able to crouch for this one. But, like, what could go wrong here is my question. And I guess we're going to very quickly find out the answer, aren't we? Stares at my $15,000 a month medication in American. Halfway seems like rounding down. You get $15,000 of medication a month in America? That's what is that, like $180,000 a year? It's crazy. Very, very lucky for you. You know what, I want that. I don't need it to be paid in the form of medication. I'd be happy with the cash. You know, I mean, would you be happy with the cash if someone said, look, that medication that you probably need, how about you go off it for 6 months, but we'll give you 90K? I feel like I'd be pretty tempted by that offer. So here are golden carrots. Thank God. It's incredible that we can just get those. Here are some gold nuggets, and here are some boots. Yeah, what a nice addition they are. Chat, I've lost the... So it's not that cold here, amazingly. The tiger biome is not a cold one. But I've lost the ruined pillage... No, wait, there it is, actually. We're good. Communism and capitalism are two sides of the same coin, economically speaking. Oh, I don't think that's true. I think they're, like, two sides of the same spectrum or whatever, but, like, literally opposite ends. But, okay, so... Getting a little bit brutally attacked right now. But I can do that. I can do that just great. Okay, I don't know what just happened to me. Fired something and it went nowhere, maybe? Okay, I'm going to be very careful not to be hit anymore. So let's eat the steak. Okay, let's just charge in. Let's just charge in. Get in through the door and then crouch. Okay, so now standing here, we can let their arrows bounce up into each other. But we just want to make sure that they're synced up so that they're attacking each other as more than they're attacking me. If I can ensure that happens, I'll be good. If I cannot ensure that happens, I will be bad. As you can see, things are currently looking quite bad. Let's check my health monitor. So, my arm left isn't doing great, and my legs seem to be taking some hits too. But otherwise, it's fine. Okay, so let's seal off that entrance now. And let's just take a minute. Check my thirst. It's doing okay. Check my thing, and then... Yeah, I'm going to be fine. My left arm could do with a healing later. But until it hits 0, there's no real downside to losing your left arm. Just like the real world. What's the left arm even good for, huh? It's leeching off the right arm, I tell you. Right arm does all the work, while the left arm just collects the benefits. Yeah, they're all shooting themselves. That's lovely. Yeah, it's the dream, isn't it? So I'm gonna eat some steak. And I really need to upgrade from this stone sword. Oh, I shouldn't have left my jukebox there, by the way. Now if I want to play Pig Step later, it's gonna be a whole nightmare. I'm starting to feel thirsty. That's bad. Are you the only one here? I swear I saw another guy without a banner. Hey, we got the bottle. Let's put it in the bag. And let's put the ominous banner on my shield. Like you know I want to do. And then we'll switch this with that because this is more important. Now, let's get away from here ASAP. I'm going to do a little bit of drinking. Like anyone would do after that many attacks. And then we're going to do maybe just a little bit of bridging away. I think there's a chance I'll encounter a pillager. And so let's just stay away from that. And then once... Oh no, that's a guy down there. So staying on these trees is definitely going to benefit me. And then when we're done, jump over. And then when we're really done, jump and full. Nice. Oh god, no. So yeah, I do have enough bandages to like heal up my left leg, my left arm. But again, does the left arm really... Does the left arm do enough for me to need it? Eventually my health monitor will stop working. But that's literally the worst thing that can happen there. Whereas my legs, I need to run around. My head, I need to, you know, think. You're not going to loot the chest? I probably should have. There was probably iron in there. I'm just so used to not needing what's in there by the time you loot pillager outpost. But you're right, I probably missed out on some carrots and some iron. And a goat horn too. I could have gone do if I'd have looted that chest. So, kind of bad for me to miss out a opportunity. So, yeah, have you ever played Vintage Story? I hear it's good. I hear it's like, I've been hearing a lot more about it now because of Hightail's cancellation. But I have heard that Vintage... Oh, okay, I forget that they can run so far after you. Aggressively far... Come on, dude, I'm just not... I don't want to play your game. I want to play my own game. Maybe I want to play Vintage Story, really. Okay, so let's just make ourselves one of these. Get in the boat. And let's start rowing. So, yeah, does anyone know why he even went there? I really wanted to get my hand on a... I figured, maybe incorrectly, that if I had my hands on a bottle of pillager juice, I could use it later maybe to start a raid. Worst case, it's a fun time. Best case, it works better. Also, Minecraft Pay Your Taxes edition. Yeah, maybe the pillagers are actually the tax man. Maybe he's just aggressive because I've earned all these emeralds and I haven't paid my taxes. In which case, maybe I'm the bad guy. Maybe he's the bad guy anyway. Who's to say? So, Yoshi would absolutely avoid that game. Enable action bar first and temperature bar. Action bar first and temperature bar? Also, I was getting too hot. Is the ocean a hot biome, chat? Huh. So, add-on settings. Enable offhand sneak. Oh. That's clever, actually. Enable action bar stats. Yeah, I think I would want that. What? Use metric system. Wait, is it... Where's the metric system not being used? Chat, are they non-metricing me? But yeah, definitely use the metric system. What other system would you want to use for Minecraft? And then we can also select a difficulty, but apparently we have to go into creative mode. So we won't be doing that one. But yeah, I don't see the settings that we're talking about. Also, receive chat notifications for in-game events. Oh, interesting. Yeah, let's put that on the action bar. I don't think it's letting me do that. Press B to blink, and if you don't blink, then your vision becomes darker and darker until you become blind. Now that's a fun idea. So you can see I'm getting too cold now, chat. But weirdly, drinking water will stop you getting too cold. I don't necessarily see the logic in that, but I do think it's fun. The pillagers police, you're wanted for destruction of property, theft, and the unaliving of a cat. It's weird. For most of history, animals have not been seen as anything besides property. So I think the UK is like one of the first countries that actually made animal abuse a crime. But so somewhere as unadvanced as, you know, like the Minecraft world is, unaliving a cat probably isn't a crime. Also, this is the wildest piece of terrain ever, right? Look at this. Is this a desert biome or is this a beach? I'm going to go to sleep on it. And then I'm going to place a nether portal on it, maybe. Because it is nice and high up. No, I'll go a little bit further. This is so wild, right, chat? Have you ever seen something like this? Is it... Why does this exist? It can't be a desert because it's so disconnected from everything else. And there's no cactuses or anything like that in there. So what's going on? Also, water regulates your body temperature, IRL. So if you ever find yourself out in the cold, just chug a ton of water. Useful to know. That's what I'm going to do when I get lost in the tundra. Okay, so out we jump. Immediately get to bed and then build a portal. Go, go, go. Hope that we're not being followed. Looks good to me. And let's build a portal. Yeah, so it's a little bit spooky. Slightly fewer mobs, more mobs here than I would like. But I'm sure it'll be just fine. Oh God! Oh, I don't know why the. Okay, whatever. I thought that would have worked a lot better than it did. Kind of annoyed that it didn't. But I guess I'm learning my lesson here. Now let's place some obsidian here. And a block here. And then 2 obsidian here. And we're ready to go back to the Nether, chat. And this time we're far enough away that it'll definitely be a different biome. Definitely not a Soul Sand Valley, which is all I've ever wanted in life, is to say that I'm not in a Soul Sand Valley. The Soul Sand Valley can't hurt me anymore, chat. So I am going to make sure all of my water bottles are filled. I could probably do with even getting another water bottle. And also just making sure my thirst and my temperature is well regulated as possible. So let's do it, and let's go check out that Nether. Oh yeah. Spooky. This is kind of cool though. I like that the Nether is such a challenge on top of what it already is. Really means we have to think about what we're doing in the overworld. Is Steve canonically a war criminal? Oh yeah, 100%. Imagine if it's a basalt delta instead. Okay, what? Don't say things like that as I'm walking through a portal. Whoa. Okay, so this is better. I feel like that might be the very same Soul Sand Valley I was just next to. This is better technically speaking, but it is burning me so quickly. I think I might need to go get some melons or something just to deal with this. But we're gonna come in, we're gonna chop some wood. Some nice burn-resistant wood if we can. I'm starting to feel warm already. I want to get a dried ghast, chat. I think it would be cool to have a dried ghast. So let's make a crafting table. Let's make a ton of planks and then make a ton of slabs. And then, I don't know, just place a couple of those down. And we could just start bridging over. Hello, ghast. It's very nice to see you again. I was starting to think you'd left me, but thankfully not, chat. Thankfully not. So yeah, water really doesn't do much to quench your thirst in the Nether. You have to drink a lot of this to stay on top of your game, which is useful to know. So I'm going to do a little run this way just to see if there's anything more valuable, like a bastion or something. And then we're going to have to look up how to actually deal with this, because I can't just run around with thirst bottles. I could maybe make some soup. Mushroom soup could maybe be a godsend here. In fact, let's get out of the dangerous fire dimension, and let's go find out there. So the add-on itself is called Brutal Difficulty. Yes, I'll show you. Actually, can I show my? You can't show your add-ons while you're in a world. Actually, yeah, I can. So settings, add-ons, behavior packs. It's called Difficulty Brutal. Made by Octavon. It's 0.76 megabytes. I think it's always impressive when you look at the size of add-on packs. Like the structure generation is 30. The biomes and realism is 5. I wonder why you can't see Toycat's toolkit here, but they're actually surprisingly well condensed because the goal is to be added on with a bunch of them at the same time. Also, Toycat, it's hell. Are you telling me that hell is meant to be a bit too warm? Because if so, I've got a word to have with Satan about that. Okay, so what is a realistically good plan? I've got to find something that will keep my body temperature cool. So features and tutorials. Ooh, talismans. That sounds fun. So, yeah, chat. You know how I said my ear's real bad and I really got to not itch it? I think I've accidentally up doing the opposite of that. Okay, so talismans are rare and powerful items that provide passive benefits when kept in your inventory. There's a preservation talisman that will prevent food from spoiling. There's a moisturizing... Oh, so if I can kill an Elder Guardian, then I can remove my thirst depletion and stay hydrated. But that's not what I need. I need to negate the effects of overheat and heat stroke by killing a husk. Oh, that's going to be... It's annoying that it's a chance. So first, water bottle provides 50% thirst, but that's not what we need from it. We need climate hazards, I guess. So... How does hot temperature affect you? How to stay cool. You need to cool off by swimming in water or standing on snow. So I've got to bring snow with me to the Nether, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to keep my temperature cool enough. Thankfully there's a mountain there, but if it doesn't have snow on the top of it, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But yeah, without snow we can't do anything. It sounds like. Because even if we bring like 10 bottles with us to the Nether, it still means by the time we find a Nether fortress or whatever, we're going to be running back to the overworld. Like if I can barely keep my food, you know, in one piece, I definitely won't be able to do it for this. Good to see you, by the way, Plain Shane. Question for IBX Toycat. Will you do a Draw My Life at 2 million subscribers? Do YouTubers do draw my lives anymore? That feels like a very 2015 YouTube trend. I think I made one way back then, and then I didn't like the way it was, so I just scrapped it. My intention was to, like, redo it, but I don't think I ever got around to it. I think there's a surprising amount of YouTube that is like that, where it's like... One of the most important urges, and one of the things that I think, like, you know, TikTok and the short form generation does good at, is just being like, you've got to post... even when it's, like, probably kind of questionable to you, it's still probably a good idea to post it. It's, like, hard to accept, but probably true advice. But yeah, it's not instinctive to me, and so I did not. So I'm going to grab a few more snowballs, just in case these are useful for other things. I'm so glad I found this, by the way. I was sure I wasn't going to find snow. I was a little stressed about it. But then I found all of this, and isn't that nice? So let's make some snow blocks. Let's put some in there, and let's put some snowballs in there too. Easy peasy, chat. Easy peasy. Is he liking the add-ons, says Olden Fox? I'm liking the challenge that it's providing so far. I'm worried that it will be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to immediately be over it. Oh. But I am still... Like, every source of damage hurts a little bit more, which is kind of some of the fun. I've really enjoyed this idea of, like, make hard difficulty even harder. I think doing it with an add-on is actually a clever idea I hadn't considered before. Bring my block of oh god. Okay, I'm gonna start using some bandages, chat. I'm gonna bandage my arm left, even though it's at 33%, just because it's getting real bad. And then I think I'm gonna get my legs as well. Yeah, I'm gonna go for my legs. Just fill the legs, we'll be good. Now I'm gonna eat some bread, and then I'm gonna maybe grab some food from here. Oh, I think it isn't spoiling in the bundle, chat. Yeah, when you put food in the bundle, it doesn't spoil. Bug report. I mean, for now, I mean, that's I basically got myself a fridge right here, which is great. But yeah, now that I've got snow blocks, chat, I should be able to survive in the Nether just a little bit longer. And if I can't, that'll be my own problem. When's your birthday, says Hoosick Coins. Oh god, my birthday is in 3 weeks. Oh god. Ah. 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 No, I'm really... I'm dealing with a crisis in my life, chat. I think yeah, I think I'm really dealing with a crisis. And I think turning 30 is making it even bigger. I feel like every part of my life is like perfectly stacked to just keep on going until it stops going, right? But I also feel like it's all stuck where it is. I think YouTube is like the best example of this. I felt like all the way up until about like 2020, I felt like I understood YouTube in the sense that like if things were doing poorly, I understood why. If things were doing well, I understood why. And since then, I've been in this weird space of like genuinely, if things are so look at this, I can stand on snow and my temperature should go down. It's not going down though, it's just stabilizing. If I drink water on snow. So it won't go down, but will it come back up? Okay, let's hope. Please don't kill me. Please don't. Okay, it's fine. I'm just gonna bridge forward faster than the ghast can attack me. And we'll do great. Okay, bridging forward faster than... Oh, no, no! Man, that's brutal. Powdered snow? Oh, it might be powdered snow. A quarter life crisis? I mean, we can call it a quarter life crisis all we like. But I'm more than a quarter of the way from my life, right? It's like a third life crisis. Probably, right? Togat's 48th birthday. You know, according to Adam Sony, I'm going to live to 196. I like that optimism. But yeah, I think I am feeling a real, like, I really, really, really enjoy periods when things are going well on YouTube. It's like one of my favorite feelings, and I put a lot of work into YouTube every week, basically. I'm saying basically as if it's not, you know, like, it's like, well, every now and then I go, it's like, I put a lot of work into YouTube, and the difference between when things go well and when things don't, I can't tell you, right? I've spoken to people. I had a YouTube rep at one point, and they were like, oh, it's based on the number of videos you publish. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's not. They're like, I have the data in front of me. The only thing that affects how well you're doing on YouTube right now is how many videos you publish. You've just got to publish more. And I was like, but and they were like, no, that's 100% it. And yeah, it's like it's a little bit of like a scary thing, by the way. Usually death is the end, but I thankfully died in just the right spot, and I have just enough coming out of this that I think I'll be fine. But yeah, I think it does have to be powdered snow. Standing on snow does seem to keep me neutral, though. So there's that. Also, I lost most of my water bottles. A little bit tragic. Oh, that's the real tragic, though. Oh, dear God, chat. Oh, dear God. Please get away from me. So I lost all of my food. Oh, Lord. I've lost all of it, chat. And, okay, I've got my shovel, though. Oh, no. Okay. It's over. But I'm going to die in a little corner. No! Oh. This is fun. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh, that's really strange. But yeah, I mentioned that before. It's like, it's extra frustrating when things are going well, though. I'm like, okay, this video did good. Is there anything repeatable about this? You know, is there like, it's like, I think it is like a mature YouTube channel thing. Like, you are playing a different game on YouTube when you have enough people who know about you, which is really good in a lot of ways. Like, you know, your favorite YouTuber can upload a video titled E, and it might get 10,000 or 100,000 views or whatever. But the downside is you can make a really good piece of content, and if it's disliked by your subscribers, it can be hard for it to reach your non-subscribers. Or if it's liked by your subscribers, but like in a different way than it's like it's a messy game that makes it hard for YouTube to recommend stuff, I think. But I think I've said this before. YouTubers treat the algorithm like a god, like a deity to be pleased, and I think it's not unreasonable. I think it's not unreasonable to describe my behavior as just doing that, which is something to be avoided. By the way, it's so hot right here, right now. I don't know what happened, but I'm like wildly hot and humid in the real world. Oh yeah, oh. I do not understand why it is so hot, but it is. Just got here and we're burning. Literally on fire, but only barely overheating. Yeah, I was literally cooking alive in the game. Oh, God, no, I disagree. I disagree with your existence here right now, Ghast. Please stop. Cease and desist. So yeah, now we're really, really bone, chat. Oh, I am beyond bone. Okay, so soul sand, soul sand, soul sand, soul sand. Soul sand, soul sand. Soul sand, soul sand, soul sand, soul sand, soul sand. Okay, so how can I get out of this situation? I've got water bucket, it won't work. I've gotta place this block and that block. I've just gotta, my health monitor is telling me that I am... Okay, it's a disaster waiting to happen. I can get out of this okay, chat. I can. I swear I can. No! Stop poking your bow in here. Okay. I can get out of this, chat. I can get out of this. I will get out of this. It'll be crazy, but I will. Yeah, oh, man. It's weird, chat. I've been getting this, like, weird, like, I don't even understand what it is, but, like, it gets, like, a weird type of, like, humid in here now. Where I just say, like, intensely, like, wet. It's gross. You know, the human body is gross. Which is one of the things that this add-on is doing a good job in. Oh, I'm so dead. I am so beyond dead, chat. Okay, so, I mean, if I just keep fighting, eventually I'll die. So I am trapped in the classic Toy Cat death loop now. Oh, okay. A little bit too classic, if you ask me. We need to get our stuff out there. I think this could have been a more fun challenge on hardcore. I think I'm starting to see that. It's supposed to get to 100 F, 37 Celsius here today. So what happens when overheating? In Minecraft or in real life? Different questions. Different questions. Yeah, I'm glad that chat agrees that hot is bad. There, you know, some people are like, oh no, the cold is way worse. I feel like dealing with the cold, I don't know, like it's ingrained in my... It's ingrained somewhere in me that, like, I can deal with the cold. But I literally cannot deal with the hot. It is an alien... Oh my god, that skeleton has my sword. Okay. Can I survive this? Statistically, the answer seems... Okay, there we go. We got this. I just gotta punch with my pickaxe here. I've got some food on me, I'm sure. Some golden carrots must have survived. No, they didn't. And my bundle's gone too? Okay. So we just have to make it back up there without that gas getting to me. Should be nice and easy. Okay. Go, 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 chat. Go, go, go. Do I have my health monitor? Yes, I do. Okay, I'm going to start overheating real soon. Yes! Yes, yes, oh, and now there's a hoglin here. Very exciting to see. I am now overheating, chat. Everything is going to start getting worse for me. Man, yeah, the Nether is intense. I think the Salt Sand Valley biome is bad normally, and it's just an I think until I get, like... I guess it has to be powdered snow. Until you can bring powdered snow around with you everywhere, I think the Nether is unplayable. Or if you have a bunch of water, like literally fill half your inventory of water. I guess you could bring a cauldron with you. No, even that... Yeah, wait, if you put water buckets in a cauldron, you can fill it with... No, you can't. There's no way to deal with the Nether besides powdered snow in this add-on, which is, you know, like, I think is the fun challenge part of it. I would say the rest of it has been pretty chill, though. I don't think our damage has ever been, like, disastrous to us. It is kind of cool having to deal with thirst, but I think the idea of a thirst meter is a little bit basic, right? It's like one of those ideas everyone and their mother has had a million times. And so, yeah, I think that the... I think if getting my hands on a... I guess the only solution I can think of is if I got my hands on a talisman earlier, maybe things would have gone better. But yeah, ultimately, I think that this is a fun add-on for adding to a hardcore world. It might be the best way, the best vanilla style add-on in that you don't have to have this visible. You can just have that be background and deal with this as it goes. Which is really cool if you ask me. I like a lot about this add-on as a basic thing. I think there is room for improvement, but it sounds like there's lots of updates coming. There's one coming this week, apparently, with a small patch in it that I've been playing today. And the idea of more coming in the future, it gets me excited. I love these. I think adding challenge in add-ons is something that shouldn't be shied away from. And this is an add-on that adds exclusively challenge. But I think that I've gone beyond... I mean, what are the odds that I'm going to find some powdered snow in the mountains? I think the answer is probably quite low. So I had a pretty decent time here today, chat. I really hate that I am in this, like, situation where I'm, like... I don't even know what it is. I feel like I have like a pain level that goes like this right now. And right now, it's a little bit painful to exist. So thank you very much for watching today. Oblivion Sedan, Sony. Thank you very much for watching today. Hopefully, we'll have a live stream tomorrow as well. It might not be based on if there is a beta preview or not. That is something that has to be looked at, I guess. But yeah, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you had a good... Wait, what is that over there? Thank you for watching today. I hope you had a little bit of a good peek into this. And let me know if we should do this again in hardcore. We'd add boss splits or something as well. If we should, like, try and make Minecraft as hard as it could be. If you liked that. Because, yeah, I'd love to know. Yeah, thank you for watching, though. I hope you all enjoyed. And don't worry, I understand why this live stream does terribly. But yeah, go check out today's video if you haven't already. And what happened to your 3-hour live stream era? Oh yeah, the live streams, it's definitely like getting into the swing of things. We have a little mini chat right here. I think this isn't the right live stream for it. I would love to talk about like time management. I think 3-hour live streams sound scary, but they're actually not. Should we do a nice long live stream soon to make up for the fact that it's been a while since the last one? That sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? But yeah, for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon for a longer live stream. Goodbye. Yeah, it sucks. I've been spraying this weird liquid in there that's meant to make it feel better. And it hurts. And I'm convinced, medicine has to hurt for you to believe that it will work. But it sucks, Anyway, yeah, I'm glad you had fun with this one, right, guy?